Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves what should be a good one here today, as it is going to be two great bots taking each other on. We are on the map Golden Aura, the AI edition, of course, and we've got a Zerg bot and a Protoss bot. But as we all know, race in these bot games isn't quite as important as in normal StarCraft 2. It's more about how the bot authors go about programming their bots. And this one, in the bottom right, programmed to be very lethal. It's Deimos, the Protoss bot, the alternative, or the Protoss variant of Team Eris's bots, but playing much differently from Eris. It is an aggressive Protoss bot, and we're going to see how well it's going to do against probably one of the best defensive Zerg bots. It's Caninana, a bot that plays very middle of the road when it comes to defense, as we see with a spawning pool before a hatchery. No crazy economic rush. So we're going to see how well it does against a Protoss bot that is gonna be coming for Caninana. I think it's safe to say. So ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy these bot games, I certainly enjoy casting them. Make sure to go ahead and click that like button. If we can hit 4 likes on this video, that would be amazing. Leave a comment down below saying more bots, or bots more, or more bagels, whatever you like, as that does actually help. It helps a silly amount with the YouTube algorithm. And then, yeah, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and join the Discord if you want to join the community. There probably will be an event announced, as I'll be casting some European StarCraft this weekend. And yeah, let's see. We have got Ling speed on the way for Caninana. However, it is going to keep on mining gas, so that's going to allow it to potentially get out Burrow, get out Roaches later on. After this safe opening, we do have a scouting Ling running on in through the wall. The Adept isn't out yet, but probes are ready for battle as they're pulled off the line to chase this Ling down. And so Deimos getting ready with that defense. Now sending out an Adept. And we'll see how well the Adepts of Deimos are going to do against Caninana here, as Adepts are were a very funny unit when they first came out. Like, Zerg players would just die to them when they were first implemented, because Protoss never really had a unit that was so mobile and so good at killing workers in the early game. And so we'll see how well Caninana can handle this. That Shade is getting tossed on out, however it can always be cancelled, and it is cancelled, so the Queens have to run back and forth. Cool programming on both sides for Caninana, having behavior to chase down the Adept Shade, whereas Deimos having just the wherewithal to cancel that. But all in all, nothing too major is going to happen here yet. We do have a Void Ray on the way for Deimos, which is interesting. I'm used to usually seeing it go into like Phoenix or Oracles, so a Void Ray this game is a little bit different. I find that very, very cool to see. I wonder if it's going to be utilized defensively or something, as of course Void Rays are very good against Lings and Roaches. Early game defense for the Protoss. The main downside is that it just sets your economy back quite a bit. Now, you can also use them for aggression, potentially, so we'll see if that's the case or not. These Adepts are constantly tossing out Shades to be the wall. Caninana is getting up to 3 bases. Deimos is now getting up multiple gateways, and actually resonating glaives, so we are going to be seeing a bit of a different build. This is looking like something out of the GSL. Resonating glaives, all in, potentially coming from the Protoss player. This is going to be nasty. Caninana is a Zerg bot that I think usually uses Roaches to defend, but maybe that's not in every matchup. And so unless we see a Roach Warren soon, things could be a little concerning. It's not easy to defend against Adepts with just purely Lings and Queens, and the Adept number is starting to grow. So I love this build from the bot authors of Deimos. Just going to be looking to get a cheeky win. Those Adepts, of course, they can be microed non-stop by the machine. And then, let's see, Resonating Glaive's about 40 seconds out. There's already currently 7 Adepts out, 21 Lings to potentially counter this. However, the Roachhorn just got thrown down. We're seeing more and more drones being produced by Caninana. This is looking like a situation which the Zerg may have wanted to scout a bit more, but that has not happened, so these Adepts are now starting to shade across the map. Roaches will be able to be produced in about 20 seconds. We'll see if Caninana can buy enough time. Lings are looking to move on in. However, they see all those Adepts. They are going to get a wraparound on a few of them, so getting a good bit of damage to start out. However, as those Adepts fan out, they will be able to kill some of the Lings. The push is still going on at the front. Drones can burrow to stay alive from the Adepts. That's actually massively important when it comes to the defense for Caninana, as these drones will stay alive, and that's usually the main value for these Adept attacks, the fact that they kill so many workers. But if the workers can't die, I guess Deimos is going to have to settle for just lost mining time and potentially killing units. But now we're seeing roaches be produced by Caninana. That's going to be very helpful when it comes to defending this. The Adepts are cutting down a few of the queens, but roaches are starting to be produced. There hasn't been too many dead drones so far, although, I mean, 16 have actually died in total, so Caninana is doing a good job replacing those. Only so many drones can sit in one spot burrowed underground, so that's actually significant, as it does prevent drones from burrowing as quickly. If there's already a drone burrowed there, the Adepts are shading in and out, losing more mining time for Caninana. The roach numbers are growing and queens are growing, but there's just Protoss all over the place now, as the non-stop shading of the bot is problematic. Fortunately, not many Adepts have made it into the main base. We even see Caninana segment off another roach to deal with some of the shades there, and it does seem that slowly the Zerg is managing to put a bit of a lid on this, as the Adept numbers have been thinned out. There's only 8 left. They keep trying to shade on in and get drone kills. Shot, burrow. Oh, that one did not burrow fast enough, though. You gotta be quick or be dead when it comes to being a drone. Stalkers are now being produced by the Protoss bot to add more pressure on the front lines. I think there's plenty of Zerg to defend this. However, the economy of Caninana has taken a bit of a beating. The Adept count is currently 3, and now we're seeing Deimos transition, producing an Immortal or 2 behind this. And it has actually brought one of them to the front, so it's just going for blood here. Caninana is all on the defense, but Protoss has got 60 workers behind this, so a superior economy. It's not losing mining time due to units being in its mineral line, so that's problematic, as we see somehow a couple of the last Adepts causing problems here. Drones kind of missing the memo, unburrowing at the wrong time, getting killed off. Meanwhile, there's still this push going on the front lines. I thought Caninana was in a good position to hold this, but it's really teetering on the edge of death here, as just 1 or 2 Adepts lose a lot of mining time by forcing those drones to burrow. And looks like we will be seeing a hatchery die, so that's a big blow. That was really the only lead for Caninana in this game, as now the roaches and lings are failing to defend this. The Immortal gets shot and then pulls back. Stalkers and Immortals cutting through the lings that run forward. The roaches, I mean, they're the main hope, but now there's an observer, so they can't burrow and retreat. Hydras are on the way. Well, a Hydraless den, but I don't think Caninana has got enough stuff to hold on here, as this Protoss is now just pushing forward. The Zerg has lost a lot more units than the Protoss. Somewhere in all that, the Void Ray died. It looks like roaches are moving forward, but they are outnumbered. As currently 4 roaches to 20 stalkers. That is a recipe for disaster. The first Hydra is on the way, but I think it may be too little too late here. Caninana has got a few queens to try and hold on the front. Deimos just taken a slow and steady engagement. Even the third base now under pressure. So that's really going to be a big blow to Caninana's economy. 1 or 2 Hydras is not going to be enough to defend against this. Hydras are darn good, but they are not that good, and we see that 1 Hydra go down. Deimos, with another simple push, seems to be collecting yet another head here, as Caninana looked close to holding it, but it was not quite there. This is one of the reasons why I'm excited to see Deimos cause the wrecking that it is on the ladder. Alternatively, Dominion Dog as well, to see how these bot authors deal with these incredibly aggressive bots, as it is an arms race. It's not an instant arms race. It's going to take time for the bot authors to adjust their strategies a little bit, so they will hold more often in situations like this. And I'm excited to see how bot authors adjust to the aggression of Deimos. Caninana was close to holding here. I'm not sure what it really could have done better. Just those adept shading all over the place was a nightmare. As a bot author, how do you comprehend, like, what behavior should I program in my bot when there's two adepts in the main, 3 in the third, and 1 shading into the natural, and like, what do you do? So it really is a can of worms, and it just highlights how much work these bot authors do put into their bots. Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it all the way to the end of this video and you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as I put out pretty much daily content here. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you do want to support the channel, you can become a YouTube member. There's various perks. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. As Deimos decides to spare Caninana, but Caninana has got nothing left. It's just like, oh, I'll just let those buildings bleed out. I really wonder why that is that Deimos decided to go home. Creep is actually being spread, but these buildings are still dying. That's funny. That is really bizarre. Deimos is just like, nope, that's enough. That's enough. Just let the buildings slowly expire. Slowly expire. That's funny. I wonder if that's like just a bug or something that was programmed to not kill buildings that are gonna die anyway. Seems a little much. Eventually it does move back out, but GG. All right.